Do I own a 20-sided dice? Yes. Do I have a Hellfire t-shirt? Yes. Do I love Stranger Things? Yes.
I can do the music.
So what's up, my dudes? I'm Samuel. And welcome to Planet Popcorn, the Stranger Things episode. Today I have with me
Lucy.
Emma.
Namu.
what is this, episode 7?
Who knows?
Apparently there was one that Lucy and I weren't invited to. So
No, you weren't invited. You were 300 miles away or 200 miles away. We have a lost episode, unfortunately. So we did an episode with Phoebe and Daisy, and it was great. But unfortunately, technical hitch.
Your phone is rubbish.
My phone's rubbish. The recording equipment failed, and it is unlistenable.
Oh.
Well, there you go then. Segue us out of the equation.
Well,
What
I mean,
happens?
let's do come on.
Let's go on holiday.
These Judases,
Why
we
don't-
can
yeah.
start our own one.
Let's go on holiday and
With
let's
the Ides of March.
It's Sammy's podcast. Your guests. So shut up.
Sure. Loser.
And we will have to re-record it next time we're in the Peak District area.
The North.
Right. Everyone here was born in the 80s.
What?
Yay.
We weren't born in the 80s.
You lived in the 80s
Yeah,
then.
we were
Right,
alive.
say that
in the
again. We
80s.
were kids in the 80s.
Everyone around me were kids in the 80s.
Oh, yes.
I was not born then.
What a time to be alive.
What did I miss? Like bad haircuts and like
The impending threat of a nuclear annihilation.
Apparently, getting fried with electric pylons.
Oh,
Apparently
the
that was a
pylons.
big threat.
Yeah, kidnapping.
That was more late
violence.
70s, wasn't it? The telling you not to do everything. Don't play near ponds. Don't play near barns. Don't play near
Quicksand.
quicksand.
I'm still waiting for the quicksand.
Quicksand looks really scary, doesn't it? But apparently, it's unlikely to be that deep. So even if you ever do get in quicksand,
Yeah, there's a way to get
It's
out.
not
isn't
deadly.
there? And also the Bermuda Triangle. That was
That was a
yeah.
thing.
yeah, but we
Wasn't
didn't.
No
there?
one
Yeah.
talks about the Bermuda
one
Triangle
does that
anymore.
anymore.
Why? I mean, what's that about?
just to remind you, this is Planet Popcorn, a film podcast.
No, we were kids in the 80s, definitely, but I think Mamu was an older kid in the 80s. So,
I wasn't that old. Yeah, so I am the age of the characters in Stranger Things. So in 84, when the first series was set, I'd have been that age. I would have been
8.
12, 13.
No, you weren't.
They were 12, they weren't 8.
No, they were 8.
no, they weren't. No, they were in middle school, they weren't. They were 10.
10, 11, 12.
Yeah. Will was 10 when he got taken. I think the others were 11.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Will got taken, so...
Oh, hang on.
Hang on. But he got taken. Didn't he get taken in '83?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were.
So that would have been, he's not dissimilar age.
okay, yeah.
Nice one for revealing your...
Because the
Birthday.
Halloween Ghostbusters, that would have been 84, right? That was series 1, wasn't it?
2.
Do.
Ah, right.
So in terms of the 80s, I mean, I have a load of nostalgia, but I'm not entirely sure any of it's actually mine. I think I might sort of just be pulling from stuff
Movies.
I've seen on TV.
Yeah, crimped hair.
Crimped hair, yes.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah, I crimped my hair. a couple of
Definitely
times.
had crimped hair.
Yeah, and I bleached my hair in the 80s. And I still don't know why.
And if you met Mamu, you would be like, this is the least likely person in the
Yeah.
world to bleach their
Well,
hair.
maybe not later, but at school, certainly.
80s Mamu was a different beast altogether.
Yeah.
He was
just-
cool.
You just don't know, do you? Watch it. I'll just make a point there, actually. The cool people in the 80s were not cool because they thought they were cool at the time, but now you see
You
them
mean the jock types?
Yeah.
The
people who had
Steves of
cool
the
haircuts and
season
stuff
ones. Yeah.
just actually weren't cool. The cool people were the nerds. And this is the great thing about Stranger Things. It celebrates the less glamorous teenage years.
Do you think, having seen Stranger Things, do you think you would have liked being a kid in the 80s?
No. Okay, well, they had walkie-talkies in, season 3, and then season 4, they had to build a giant radio tower just to cool bunch of places, and then they have like walkie-talkies that can go all across Hawkins just themselves. But like,
They have CB.
I can't live with that technology. PlayStation wasn't out
Tell you,
yet.
but
You
the thing
think
is,
about-
it wasn't. You didn't feel like you were missing anything.
Because you didn't know any better.
Yeah, it was a great time.
I still remember the first time we got our VHS, and it
And
was so thrilling.
And having to wait for things and not having everything at your fingertips. Actually, I think it gave us a great appreciation. And waiting for the charts to come on and having our tapes and just
Waiting
there
for
was
telly to start.
not having a gazillion channels and everything at your fingertips. Well, I mean, I love now, but there was something.
Oh, no, I wouldn't go
quite
back.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I mean, I love it, but God, I do not need to watch Noel's house party. Yeah, I did.
And you played out from dawn till dusk.
Do you know what? You may be saying that a little bit ironically.
No, I'm
You're
not.
wrong. Yeah,
I'm
you're
not.
right.
Well, I think the fact
Life
that
was
the
a
kids,
big adventure.
the kids in Stranger Things are very childlike.
Yes.
They ride bikes.
And that's what I
They
did.
play games about monsters, as Sammy says, 20-sided dice and stuff like that.
It was out from dawn till dusk.
Yeah, we had dens.
We had
We did.
dens.
We made castle buyers.
Exactly.
We did that
Dens
ourselves.
But Sammy's done that as well, didn't you? In the local cemetery.
When I watch Stranger Things, especially the school bits, even though it's in America, it seems so similar to how it does now. If you saw 80s London in school, it will be no different to how it is today.
Like, do you have the cool kids and say the non-cool kids then at the very minimum?
I mean, we don't see ourselves as cool or uncool, kind of just people.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that great? That's cool.
That is cool. How great.
Obviously, it's America. You've got jocks, you've got people who play basketball like every day. You've got like lives that bleed into it and like driving cars and stuff at the age of 14.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Max drives a car at 14, but
Hang on, Max is driving. I don't remember
she
that.
drives in series.
What, legally?
two.
No, I think she just steals the
No,
car.
she still has a car.
Right,
drives.
right,
knows
She
how to
can
drive.
drive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's
well, anyone can
automatic,
do that.
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. It is automatic. They can do one. Drive stick, as they say in America.
Thanks for listening, America. I think this is the cool side of American culture, though, isn't it? The Duffer Brothers, who obviously make it, have focused in on the cool touch points of 80s
The
culture.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
But for the
So-
people like us
So
that are going to
pulling
be
in,
like, oh, yeah.
like the ET references, the
And the
BMXs,
music,
and the music.
and
Back to the
yeah.
Future.
Let's actually talk about Stranger Things now. Yeah, just so you know, there will be spoilers, but we've just got a few questions lined up and then we'll dive deep in to Stranger Things Season 5.
Yeah.
This next question will be relating to all seasons, and I'm pretty sure it's only this question that does that. What did we like about each season?
Well, I'll kick off because I think we've already kind of touched on this, but the thing that appealed immediately is the setting. It's a timepiece. What do you call that?
Period.
A period piece for a time when we were kids.
Yes.
So it's kids on BMXs or dressed up as Ghostbusters, and you're already like, I want to
my
watch
BMX.
that.
I
wanna
remember
watch-
that Christmas
yeah.
I asked for a bike.
I like that it's got mystery and weird monsters and all that kind of stuff appeals. But as always, everything I like, it has to have good characters. And I think Series 1 definitely sets it up well. And Season 2 and 3 develop that and bring in exciting new characters, so it always moves forward. You mentioned Steve. Did you mention Steve earlier?
No.
I did mention Steve earlier.
And from my point of view, I'm a big fan of the kind of supernatural stuff. Like, so I love the X-Files and I love Buffy. It's just bringing in everything that I love from that kind of television and putting it into a time and place that I feel emotion towards.
It's a kind of all-round.
Exactly.
Tick, 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 tick.
That kind of 80s was prime time for watching scary things that you probably should have watched, like the Wes Craven age.
Yeah.
So many of those films were rooted in kids getting into trouble. And this is sort of the first thing we've seen for a long time, well, really since Buffy, where it is kids being in jeopardy from a supernatural force. And I think that just pulls you in, doesn't it?
I think the homage thing, they play it really well. So even from the credits, so the
Yeah, the
opening
reds,
credits,
the neon,
red, it's very VHS,
it's very,
isn't it?
yeah.
Very VHS. It looks crackly.
And it's got that kind of, as I say, very 80s soundtrack. When it appears, I mean, it almost looks naff, but it doesn't because it's kind of got that retro
Yeah.
feel to it, which enables it to sort of stand up.
for season 1, you can really like emotionally connect with all the characters because of like how childlike they are. In the second season, I mean, like a lot of relationships were built, like Steve and Dustin's relationship, which is one of the best things in all of Stranger Things.
Yeah, so
Steve
you're
Reed.
sort of-
Steve's character arc.
With Dustin in particular, and how they bond so beautifully.
Yeah.
Also, season 3, obviously we start to bring in new characters,
Robin.
like Robin and Erica, who Erica
I
becomes
put
so
the
good.
Erica in America.
But America-
Just the facts. I love her.
obviously they're all working together against the Russians and stuff, and you just really start to connect
And
with them.
Murray.
And Murray.
Oh,
yes.
Murray's brilliant.
Love Murray.
So series 3, probably why it's my favourite,
Series
far.
3
So far,
is Shopping Mall,
is
right?
the mall one.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead type
Yeah.
homage, and it has a proper monster in it, which is great.
To be fair, I do see what you mean, because like in the first season, obviously Demogorgon was the main
great.
villain,
Yeah.
and we had nothing to do with Vecna or the Mind Flayer. The thing I have with it, like in season 1, obviously there was only one. All the way until season 4, I still thought that there was only one Demogorgon ever.
Yeah.
And that was quite a big deal to you, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah,
you felt
'cause-
that he was like a pivotal.
Yeah.
It eventually gets properly killed in 4. Like, it was just such a pivotal thing, and that's why they brought in the Demodogs, so it could kind of be like an Aliens
Yeah.
type thing, so
It
that it
was
could
like
just
that.
be like hundreds and hundreds
Yeah, it was
of
kind of like
Demodogs.
Alien to Aliens. You're exactly right. I've never even thought of that before.
I don't like things which are too disposable. So the thing about the big monster in 3 was that there was only one monster.
It was just rabid rats at the beginning, that's why I called the meat monster the Rat King.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just blown up rats.
Can I just say how gruesome that was? I would say the series 3 was the most gruesome.
Well, it had more of
5.
that 80s body horror that we've talked
Yeah.
about before on the podcast.
Yeah, it's a really cool villain.
Some people I know think that the meat version of the Mind Flayer is more powerful than the Shadow version. No, the Shadow version is the big bad alongside Vecna. It was always there. It possessed Will. It connected him to the
Wow.
hive.
These are some big statements, people.
It connected Will to the hive mind. It has always been there. It will always be there. The Shadow version is
We
the
know you
more
love the
powerful.
Shadow version.
I love the Shadow version. That's why I think that the Demogorgon's so pivotal, because on the Demogorgon's death, it affected Vecna so much. But obviously, if a Demodog died, okay, there's hundreds of
bit
them.
disposable,
Yeah.
which was the problem with Aliens.
That's the whole point of them, because they were just foot soldiers,
Yeah.
front line.
Yeah, I'd struggled with 4, I must admit. I really enjoyed 1, 2, not so much. 3 I loved.
Why is he here?
And 5, I enjoyed 5 a lot as well. But
2 was bad.
4, I found the Papa stuff I didn't like. I didn't really like Vecna explaining his backstory.
There was
I
a lot of
loved
exposition, but I loved that.
That.
No, it was-
I loved
I
that.
loved it.
That was magnificent. It all finally came together. Everything made
Yeah,
sense.
I know it was meant to be the big reveal, but
and
I
it
just,
was a big reveal.
It was.
It
Come
was, but I
on.
just found it a bit boring.
I really like 4.
I love 4.
One problem I had with it was
yeah.
that they were like separated the entire time.
Yes.
But obviously, I think the Russia storyline was really important, except for Yuri. He
Yuri
was
was terrible.
so annoying.
Yes, but can I say, I think Yuri was very much a caricature of what a Russian would have been like in the 80s if it was filmed.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so in like a Bond villain.
Yeah,
kind of way.
exactly that. It's exactly
Yeah.
what you'd expect. Whereas
Yeah, 'cause it's a bit
you look
offensive,
at
really.
the other Russian guy who was brilliant.
Yeah.
We loved him.
Yeah,
And,
I mean Yuri was almost Borat territory, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. They put in the sort of the reference to the sort of the zeitgeist of the time, and a bit like the guy, the Terminator-esque guy in
Yeah.
3, who was walking around meant to look like Schwarzenegger.
End of the Russia storyline with the actual monsters and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
really
When
good.
they broke back in, that was good.
Yeah, but like
Yes.
when
But that could have been
was
done in a
actually
couple of
it,
episodes, couldn't it? Didn't need to be half a
But-
series.
Murray in that storyline was
Oh, it's
amazing.
great.
Like-
My wings are like a shield of steel. No, hang on.
My
That
fingers
that
are
thing.
arrows.
Bad thing.
My feet are like arrows.
No, my fingers are like arrows. My arms like iron. My feet
feet.
are like spears.
That's it. Brilliant.
And then
What did you
knocks
say?
out
My wings
Yuri.
are like a shield
Shield
of
of
steel.
steel. Bad thing. Shout out to Batfink.
Yeah, 80s cartoon.
It's interesting what you say about the characters being in different locations, because I saw something on the internet today that was a picture of Will as we saw him at the end of season 5, and then Will the last time Max saw him. And the last time Max saw him, he was this obviously very different child, because in all of the seasons, those two, for whatever reason, have not, because he was in Cali and then, now she's in a coma and stuff, they haven't been together. So it's like the last time.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
So I think this is why I think series 5 so far, 4 episodes have been released. I think already it feels great because they're all back together again.
Yeah.
And I was saying the other day when we were watching it, I think they seem more childlike in this series than they have done since the first one. The way that they are creating ideas and using Dungeons and Dragons style maps to sort of try and solve the case, as it were. I love all that.
So if you could just go back in time and tell the Duffer Brothers not to do a certain thing, what would you change?
Season 2.
Wow, the whole thing.
The whole thing gone.
No, but it's
the amount of times they've referenced season 2, especially in 4 and 5, because it is such a big season. Because Eleven's back, she's living with Hopper. We've also got Dart and Discovery of the Mind Flayer.
We discover what happened to her mother. There's another one like her.
Oh, hang on, 8. We're going to have to talk about 8.
Exactly.
That's the season we meet Max, isn't it?
That's the point. Loads of incredible things happen. Max and Billy. Her brother is Billy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then her mum.
I really didn't like Billy.
And 8.
Oh, I did.
These are all big.
Terrible.
Oh, but he at the end where he sacrificed himself.
Not good enough. He was a horrible person.
He was,
and his sacrifice just didn't make up for it.
It's a fair point.
But then series 3, again, you get Robin coming in, and she's a great character, works really well with Steve.
Right.
And I love, can I just say something about the My Little Pony diatribe? Dusty is convincing Erica that she's actually a nerd because of all the tropes of My Little Pony and how it's very similar to D&D.
Whenever you say D&D, I just keep thinking about it and realising it. Every season, they play or have something to do with D&D, and then that thing happens in that season. For instance, in 1, they were fighting the Demogorgon. Will literally said that the Demogorgon got him. It did. It literally did. And in season 2, they used Dungeons and Dragons to discover the Mind Flayer. And season 3, Will made a campaign about a horde of zombies, which obviously ties into the Dawn of the Dead style with the flayed, the mind controlled. And then obviously in season 4, they fight Vecna. It's connected.
Well, absolutely. What I would say, the other thing they should never have done is kill Eddie.
This is the shortest time we've had with someone before they've died and really cared.
I think the good thing about Eddie's death was that it was a great death. I mean, you talk about Billy's sacrifice, but it didn't really resonate in the way that Eddie's did.
No, it didn't.
So if you sacrifice a really great character, that gives you that powerful moment which is memorable. So I think, although I agree, I would like Eddie to still be in it. You can't argue with his narrative.
It was incredible death.
Yeah.
It was picture perfect.
If you're going to kill someone, do it like
that is.
And they were talking about he wanted to be a hero, and he'd always
I'm
been
not going to run away this time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then stands and fights the bats.
And the fact that Metallica were behind it.
He bought them time as well.
Yeah, and also a lot of it might be just to protect Dustin.
Yeah, because he loved Dustin.
Obviously, if he went too far away from the bats, then the bats would just go back to Dustin.
Yeah, their relationship was adorable as well.
Yeah, for me, I would change not the entirety of season 2, but I would change that one episode with 11 in the city.
Right, yeah.
That
okay.
was,
and I don't mind 8. And I knew that the reason we've seen this is because obviously 8 is going to come in later.
Absolutely.
I think it was a misstep. Having a whole separate episode based on this lost weekend, Robin Banks, and oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what
the
they were
laziness of the
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were
extra characters.
If they were referencing something that we don't know.
Yeah.
And unless this is niche on another level.
But it's that bad 80s cyberpunk thing, which again is another sort of bugbear of mine, because no one looked like that.
I mean, I suppose the only real reference is Mad Max in terms of how they looked. But
Well, maybe that's it.
Yeah, but it's so not Mad Max.
It's not
though.
Mad Max
so
at all.
if that was their attempt, then they failed really badly.
Are there any scenes throughout Stranger Things that made you punch the air or maybe cried?
Well, I mean, the punch to the air was season 5, episode 4. That was a punch to the air.
Absolutely.
But we'll get
Talk
to
about
that.
that.
And the crying one, oh my goodness. Max and Kate Bush.
I mean, it
The
was
Max
starting to
Kate
cry
Bush
right now.
collab.
I mean,
You know,
it was a phenomenal
That was-
moment of television.
I rewatched it just to, just to keep crying.
I think that's such an amazing moment.
Music used so perfectly. So perfectly.
I did cry with the letter that she read from Hopper with the just do me a favour, keep the door open 3 inches. I did have a big cry over that.
I mean, Hopper's backstory is so incredibly sad.
And he loves her so
He
much.
loves her so much.
I don't ever cry while watching television, but the only 2 times I've ever cried when watching something, both were in Stranger Things. It was near the letter, but the letter didn't make me cry. It was when they moved out.
So it felt like an end of
left
an
Hawkins.
era.
Yeah.
It's like how we felt at the end of Friends.
Yes.
And then obviously Eddie's death. Heartbreaking.
That is heartbreaking.
Also the music, it was like some slow, really sad harmonic song going on in the
I
background.
think it might have been Annie Lennox. The music comes back again when Dustin is talking to Eddie's uncle and saying he was a hero, and that's when I lost it.
I lost it twice, but they were so close together, I'm
Yeah.
giving it to one.
I mean, funny enough, I can't think of that many punch the air moments until
There's
5.
lots of great moments
But there
where
were-
I wouldn't punch the air, but I was like really pleased, like when Robin sees that girl again. That's really
Oh,
cool.
that was lovely. And she obviously liked her. She picked the right girl.
So whenever you get those kind of, is it cute meets? It's meet cute.
Meet cute.
And not just for like in terms of relationship, but it's kind of the body side of it as well. Whenever people get back together, I think there's always a bit of a like woo moment.
Oh, so I mean, one of my favourite moments was when Dustin comes into Scoops Ahoy to see Steve, and they do their mad little handshake where they're literally like doing the whole barren of the Demogorgon thing. It's like absolute genius, and just the happiness of Steve to see Dustin.
It's just wonderful.
It looks like Emma's just about to break down just by remembering. She's turned really red. Right, season 5. I guess the only way to really start off is what did we think?
Who's gonna go? Let's let Emma go first, because her face right now, listeners, is a picture. The grin is ear to ear.
That last 10 minutes
Don't
of episode
give away
4.
the farm at the end. Build to it.
That.
No, you can't come in with the ending being your first thing.
I want to start at the top.
Can't do
the thing that
no,
makes
No, come on, you
me...
got to build to it. You got to build
Well,
to it.
then ask me later.
Well, then
Okay,
you
well,
have to shut up.
Hold on
Well,
for a
you
minute.
told me to speak. I didn't
I'll
fucking
answer.
volunteer.
I'll answer
genuinely
Sammy's
don't
question.
have
You
anything
said,
else.
I'm going to look to you.
Don't have anything else to say about all 4
Hang on.
hours.
Fandom drama.
I'll ask you later.
I love the
We capture
way
it on
that
tape.
I'm going to hurt her.
She's 5'4". I'm a hippopotamus.
right. None of this is in.
I'm gonna win.
I'm arguing.
She's 5'4" now, I have a promise.
I'll start because there'll be very broad brushstrokes here because I don't quite have the depth of understanding that you have. What I really liked was that they're all back together, first and foremost. And I think it's really clever the way, because I was worried at the end of the 4th series, because that felt like the end. Hawkins had kind of erupted and people were all leaving. And I was thinking, how are they going to fix this? And I really like the way they've put the whole of Hawkins in quarantine.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that life carries on. So we go back to normal, but
And the
with
way they
this
did
underlying
it
threat.
through the radio
Oh,
with her.
excellent.
Yeah,
That's
that
it,
was
yeah.
incredible.
Robin as the DJ in sort of a pirate radio style way, which is really good. The way they're using DIY technology to sort of trace the Demogorgon and Vecna, etc. And the way they're mapping it out like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's all going right back to the beginning.
And the way that they're using the coded words around the song.
Oh, I love
to
that.
say
Yeah,
what they're
brilliant.
doing.
The fact they learnt this stuff in AV Club, which people thought they were geeks for, and now they're basically saving the world on a global scale. But one of the things that happened quite early on, and I thought was done so well, was really understanding Dustin's rage
Yeah.
and his anger and his broken boy. And that is real.
You talk about Eddie's death here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his friends were still there for him, backing him up. That moment where we first see Lucas.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, oh my God, he was like.
Because Dustin is somewhat antagonistically wearing.
Antagonistic?
Dustin is.
The Antigon.
He's been quite antagonistic, wasn't he, with wearing the Hellfire Club T-shirt, sort of his sort of homage to Eddie. But obviously that would wind up the Jocks because they lost one of theirs in Vecna's house.
Cut in half.
And they obviously blame Eddie for that, even though it had nothing to do with him.
That was.
But I just think it's great that we're back in the school as well.
Oh, I love that, yeah. Like when Buffy went back to the high school.
Yeah.
Happy days.
It's just great to be, okay, we're in Hawkins, we're in the school, and I love the way they've set that up.
Yeah, like how you were saying about Dustin wearing the Hellfire t-shirt. He knows that Eddie didn't do it, and he likes D&D. He plays D&D. He's part of this club.
Yeah, he's not afraid to be
Yeah.
a nerd.
One of the other things I really loved about this series is Robin taking Will under her wing.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, I think we've all known that Will's gay for a
Yeah.
long time. So let's talk about Kay then. So we've got a new
Sarah
character, a new military character.
Terminator, for the benefit of the listeners.
What do we think?
Was good. I already think she's good as a character. Whether she's good or bad, I don't know yet.
Well, what's your speculation? Come on, theorise.
Well, we're supposed to think she's bad because she's all out to get, guns a-blazing, get 11.
I think she's the new equivalent for Papa.
That's possibly what we're meant to feel. We're meant to not...
Yeah.
Papa was such a great character, even though I know you didn't like
didn't
him.
like him.
But he was, because you didn't know
There
if he
was
loved her.
shades of grey.
There was shades
right?
of grey. Exactly.
It was complicated.
Did he love her?
Yeah.
Did he not love her? Did he have a
Yeah.
best interest at heart?
I also want to kind of mention Derek, new character.
Oh, Derek's great.
My friend Ray loves Derek.
To remind me who Derek is.
Derek is the...
Dipshit.
Dipshit Derek. Derek's the kid.
Oh, the one with glasses.
Yes.
Yes.
Stripy jumper.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Stripy
So it was
jumper.
funny how he snuck into the military base after they were taking all the kids.
He was good. Can I just say, weirdly,
mindfulness.
when he did the mindfulness with the
His
kids, I thought it was
mindfulness.
hilarious. And then he was like tapping them on the head
Yeah.
with his little ruler.
Obviously, it's almost like a new generation, kind of like how we started off with these kids and now we're getting pretty much the same age kids
Excellent point.
back. Obviously, with Holly.
Yeah. Who I
Derek,
love, by the
Derek
way.
and Holly are in the gang now.
They are brilliant. It's so great that we've got a new generation of kids. And the whole Great Escape, tunnelling underneath was
Oh,
absolutely
yes, I like that.
brilliant.
Yeah, the Tom, Dick and Harry reference
Love
was
that.
good.
Right, let's talk about the best thing I've seen since season 4 finale. What did you think of the finale for Volume 1, Episode 4, Season 5?
It was literally a fist in the air moment. It is something that I've watched now at least 5-6 times. That last 10 minutes, it was everything I wanted it to be. It was just incredible.
Give the listeners some details in case they're thinking, what's she talking about?
Vecna just bulked up a bit.
He's got all new spikes going
He's
on.
Groot, basically.
Well,
He is Groot.
He's
That's
evil
so true.
But
Groot.
at that moment where we see the shadow and we're like, hang on a minute, it's that moment where it's like, hang on, that's him coming through.
That was so good.
And grabbing Will, and in that moment he's making you think like Will is a nothingness.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go bad for Will because I thought, oh no, he's part of the
No, it's
hive
always-
mind.
Obviously, Will is connected, and whenever the Demogorgon was doing something, he would swap to a vision of Demogorgon. But the thing is, when the Demogorgon attacked them in the barn, when Will was seeing through the Demogorgon's eyes, Joyce started to attack it
And
with
it
an
didn't hurt
axe.
Joyce.
And it was just backing off.
Yeah.
It was just moving
Yeah.
away.
So Will was
And that-
controlling it
Without even
knowing that he
realising
was
it.
controlling
Yeah,
exactly.
it.
And then obviously...
And that's what
stick it in the
Mike
barn.
points out.
Like, when he was sticking his arms out to stop the Demogorgons, for a second, instead of putting his head up, I thought he was just going to stick a foot out.
That would have been good.
It's like...
Yeah, and run out of body parts.
So this is the reveal that Will has basically the same powers as Vecna.
Yeah.
Because up to that point, he'd been a bit rubbish. He'd been like hairs on the back of his neck. Here we go. He always senses everything, but he can't do anything about it. And the great reveal that Emma was alluding to was that actually he's kicking.
What a moment. I mean, what a moment. When everyone's about to face certain death.
Yeah.
And obviously, we know how TV works. There's only 4 episodes out of 9 or whatever it is. We know something's going to happen. But it was the glorious moment where Will stands up, his eyes
There's the
all do-
flashback.
Yeah, the
It's
flashback
that-
to
it's
the
that
videos.
video
Will you
reel.
be my friend? And Robin's words.
Yeah.
Of course he was going to save the day, but the way it was done in the whole kind of arms, like
Yes,
each arm,
and just
so
then-
one arm
yeah,
held
exactly.
one and the other
Yeah.
arm held another, and then the head went up to hold another, and he's saving everybody.
And then when he does the
No,
lip
what?
blood and the nose wipe.
But it was so good.
Yeah.
Right. 4 weeks later. We are recording this just after Volume 2 release. We have not seen the finale yet, but we will do after we talk about this.
So Volume 2, that's episode...
5, 6 and 7.
Yeah. We've managed to get here so quickly from our last record to now because we've come through the wormhole.
Desperate to say that one.
Well, we could start with the wormhole because I think that was a really good reveal when we were all sort of wondering what the wall was. And it
Yeah.
was foreshadowed, it was there in the science lessons of Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Yeah, the science teacher that
Erica.
Eric
I
was
put
in.
the Erica in America.
Yeah, you keep saying
She's
that.
only got one line. That's a one-trick pony.
The best character. So
Just the facts.
So they were obviously doing a big lesson about wormholes. So I like that if you're paying attention, there's always clues there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the wormhole.
Yeah. So firstly, how brilliant that Mr. Clark is back in the world. Mr.
Snookums.
Clark.
That's yeah, what's it called?
Snookums.
I love Murray
Absolutely.
so much.
Murray is so good. Of course, it was so obvious when he's there in the classroom saying, let's talk about wormholes. That's not your average physics lesson, let's be honest, for that age. Amazing that we're in a wormhole. That makes so much sense to me. When Dustin said, it's not magic or sorcery that made this, it's science. And then you see all the quantum stuff in his book. It's like, yeah. Although that was shocking when he said, I'm terribly, terribly wrong. That was Dusty doesn't get things wrong, does he? That was like a shiver.
So that
down
was his
spine.
map when he was drawing
When he was
the
found all
centre
the,
of the...
no, when
yeah.
he found all the book from
So we've got the abyss, the wormhole, which is the upside down,
yeah
and then obviously
the two
Hawkins.
dimensions at each end. Is that
Yeah.
right, Samu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to clarify it again. The wall was not created by 8.
I know. I was adamant that the
was
wall, and
We did-
Emma was created by it, and I don't even know why now. I think about it because
Well, it was centred around something. We thought where 8 was the middle of... Because Dusty's map...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that we had never seen the wall in any of the seasons prior.
this is true.
And, that's her power, is to make us
Yeah.
see things that aren't there.
Just if you're a little bit confused, we did cut out the giant rants that we had last session where Lucy kept arguing that the wall was created by 8, and I kept saying for about an hour, it's not 8.
What
and
did you
will
think
not
it was?
deny. I thought it was a barrier between the two worlds, and Venice hiding behind it.
Okay, so in a way that was really good because it was surprising to all of us, but it did make
I mean,
sense.
it
to
was a
everybody.
barrier, but it was
But
protecting
why
the
have we
upside
never
down.
seen the barrier before?
Because they
We
were
didn't know it
never
was a
there.
wormhole, did we?
Yeah, but that's a good point.
But why has it never featured in any episode in the Upside Down ever?
Yeah, but they were never near the edge of it.
They were never near the edge of
It's
it.
never got to that.
Well, if
bit
you think
it.
of... If Hawkins' lab is in the centre of it, then, yeah, the edge of it is quite far out. So when they needed to start avoiding the military, that they started edging further out to sort of get around them.
Oh, that's a good point actually, because they were doing it quadrant by quadrant, weren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, and they're always
crawl
saying, like,
was
it was
on
right
each-
on the edge.
Nothing's going to happen here. Victor's
Yeah.
not going to be hanging out in this most boring area.
Yeah,
And it turns out that's where they found the wall.
yeah.
Anyway, so after Will basically levitated the Demogorgons and snapped their bones into a billion pieces.
Amazing. Emma's
Mm-hmm.
like favourite bit.
Good reveal, that. Did you see there was, just before we move on to the next part, we saw a video on social of the read-through for that scene.
Oh, that would
Have
be
you seen that?
No.
Yeah, you showed
It's
me.
great. So it's the Duffer Brothers reading it to the cast for the first time. You're seeing their excitement and how they can't wait to get into it. Particularly Will, obviously, with his big reveal, but also the guy that plays Henry is really excited by it as well. And obviously Elle,
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown, and she's like, oh, you're like me now, which was really cute. So worth searching out if you're interested in sort of behind the scenes stuff.
I mean, partly it's difficult because that bit was so amazing. It was difficult to see where are they going to leap off from there in the next 3. I mean, is he going to become this massive superhero like Elle, or is he going to just...
Yeah.
And I did feel it was a little bit like a bit of a letdown for him after that.
But it's not a power he can willingly use all the time. He has to be close to the hive mind for
Also,
it
he's
to
just
work.
getting his head around it. This is all new to him.
Yeah.
That is true.
But as part of their plans, obviously, in these next 3 episodes, they do draw up their plans of attack for this finale, which we are about to watch. You know, and it is very exciting, very Scooby-Doo, I think.
Oh, that image.
That image, yeah.
Yeah, that
Have you
image.
seen the? I'm going to. I don't spend all my time on social. But
Yes, you do.
There's an image of the cast all AI'd as Scooby-Doo characters.
Yes. Oh my god, you've written it down.
So it's Steve as Freddy, Nancy as Daphne, Jonathan as Shaggy, and Robin as Velma, which I disagree with.
Oh, no, I quite like that.
Dustin should have been Velma.
Yeah, all right,
Quite
yeah.
clearly, it's
In
the
the
geeky
picture,
science one. But yeah, I love all that. Again, that was something they've laid on quite thick with the van. It's all very Mystery Machine.
One of my favourite bits was the fact that Steve has come up with the plan.
Yeah.
He came up with the plan that we're about to witness and see if it works.
Yeah.
Playing the Freddy role. You're not buying the Scooby-Doo thing.
No, I'm really not.
I'm really not either. But Emma, come on, what's your favourite moment? Because I know
Yeah,
That was great.
I mean, it's just Will showing the immense power that he has.
I mean, the look of sort of just shock on Vecna's face.
Yeah.
And then when his legs started twisting, you're like, oh my God, he's going to do
Yeah.
this. And it was just such an amazing moment.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And the whole get out as he sort of pushed him out of him. And that was fantastic.
Sammy,
Yeah.
favourite bit?
I would have to say the best bit is probably when Karen Wheeler
Incredible
puts
scene.
Does the
the
laundry.
oxygen in the laundry,
Badass scene.
and then it
Mum's
blows
done
up.
the laundry.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was so
superb.
funny.
It was incredible scene.
Sort of referencing Jurassic Park in the kitchen. I thought that was very good as well. But my favourite moment was probably the rekindling of the friendship between Dustin and
Oh,
Steve.
that was one of my best bits too.
You die, I die.
And handing over Eddie's sword to Steve was like, I thought that lovely little moment. I loved that. When they were on the stairs and he was about to put the ladder on and Dustin just completely breaks down all that armour that's been there, all that swag, and I'm fine. It just was so beautiful, that just how much they love each other.
Yeah.
I think we should all go around the table and say one thing that we should all talk about for like a couple minutes.
I'm just glad Max is out of that world. I did not enjoy any of the scenes of her and Holly in that world.
I mean, some of them were good,
They just
To be
all,
fair,
they were
very slow.
all overlong.
but where they go into the mine shaft in the cave
That's
area,
brilliant.
This is one of my favourite bits as
right?
well.
They're looking for a way out. So then Holly uses a spyglass with the cap on, which has the same shape as Max's cave. And then she falls down this mine shaft and they start exploring down it. And then they find this guy, this scientist guy.
This is in the memories.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the memories. With a gun and a briefcase. And then behind them is,
Young Henry.
yes.
Yeah.
And then he shoots Henry in the hand. And then Henry basically does self-defense and accidentally, maybe not intentionally, kills him with a rock.
No, definitely intentionally.
I'm not sure about that.
No, I would say defense because he shot
Initially,
first.
He
Yeah.
wasn't. I don't think he wasn't there to hurt him.
No, he did. I totally agree with that.
But then he opened the briefcase.
Yes.
And in that briefcase were mind flayer particles.
Absolutely. That's obviously the moment that he is infected.
Yeah.
Should we say infected by
And I would say
particles?
it also depends on your mood. But Henry was filled with anger and just killed someone.
Yeah,
But
so
then
it
when
amplifies.
no shush. When Will
Easy.
I was just agreeing with you.
when Will was absorbed with the mind flayer particles, he was being brave. So he's still a good guy.
Well, speaking of Will being brave, another highlight would be Will's coming out announcement.
I
which thought
totally
was,
cried.
was really well played,
Yeah.
and I think particularly in the 80s, it would take a lot of bravery to come out at any time,
Absolutely.
but certainly then.
Yeah.
And I like the way they all reacted to it.
Yeah.
It shows the importance of talking and, family and friends and all these important
The
values.
love that they all have for him.
Yeah.
And I do particularly like from that moment about how sort of being able to face your own demons sets you up to face the biggest demon of all in Vecna.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, there, Emma, go.
Anyway, so before you go,
It's getting all a bit tough, isn't he?
So,
been bottling this up for 4 weeks.
If I leech this
not allowed
monster.
to
For 4
speak.
weeks. He's been bottling this up.
I keep trying
Fingers
to
on lips.
talk.
Save it for the podcast, I keep saying to Sammy.
Well, I keep trying
and here
to-
we go. Do you want to come back to it after Emma's
No.
little highlight?
Nancy and Jonathan in that room with it filling up with the melted building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wanted to know why the building's melted. Apart from the fact there was a big orange thing in the sky.
Yeah, the big
I wanted a
energy
bit.
ball.
I wanted a bit more
Well,
science
she shot the
behind
energy
it.
ball, and that was
I know.
maintaining that.
Yes, but I
place.
want more science behind
Well, that
it.
was the science. It was. He was
Yeah,
saying,
there's
"Don't
a
shoot
whole
it,"
notebook.
because that was what was forming it.
I tell you what they need to make, and if they haven't already, merch people, are you listening? I want to read that entire science book. Okay, it needs to be produced. It needs to come out. I would purchase that, like the Secret Diary of Laura Palmer. That was game changing in terms of merch.
Twin Peaks listeners.
If they need to ask what that is, they shouldn't be listening to this podcast.
Well, no, let's not be exclusive. Let's be inclusive.
One day.
I didn't like that scene. It was too long. It was dull.
There was a few problems with pacing throughout these 3 episodes, but I did like the bit in that where she revealed that she does not like the Clash.
Yeah.
Because that kind of sang to me a little bit, because making tapes for girls
Yeah.
and things like that. And
Oh, you remember
if-
that, do you?
I do, and you would
Got a few
maybe.
tapes in my time.
Yeah. And would you pretend to like the Clash?
I love the Clash.
I did like that. I thought it was
Yeah.
quite good.
Well, this has been volume 2. We'll see you again right after we see the finale.
I'm so excited.
excited.
I can't believe we're about to watch it.
I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be amazing. We're going to be very happy.
It's going
in
to
2 hours'
sink the
time.
landing. Is that right? Sink the landing?
Stick the landing.
That's it. It's going to
Sink the landing.
it's going to stick the landing. And go Dusty!
Right, let's go watch. See you on the other side of the wormhole, listeners.
I like that.
We're back. Well, we just finished Stranger Things Season 5, the final. The right side up.
Oh,
Right.
some of us are a little bit different.
Yeah, one of us is crying their eyes out for no reason at all.
It's the end of an era!
You might say it is an end of an era.
It's the end of an era.
Let's just dive right into it. What did we think?
Well,
Did it live up to our expectations?
Well, my
Presumably
expectations were that it would be a really good sort of battle and everyone would play their part, which is exactly what happened.
That's true.
There were some really good funny lines in there along the way. Yeah, I thought it was fab. I mean, it got a bit sentimental at the end, but I'm not going to knock it for that, because after 5 series,
10 years.
10 years, I think you're allowed to do that.
And also that was very in keeping with the 80s movie with the friendship group at the end, doing...
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, having that moment.
So yeah, I thought it was good. Lots of references to cool 80s things, Stand By Me and what have you.
Big time Stand By Me
with the
references.
sort of friendships, and
Yes.
I think it's good that everybody lived. I think
Oh,
that's-
yeah, absolutely.
that's what I want.
agree.
That's
yeah,
what I wanted.
I wanted everyone to
But
live.
Steve being saved.
Steve being saved was good, but the thing is, if Steve did actually fall, I would just turn it off then and there.
Good thing he didn't then.
I'm so pleased it was Jonathan that saved him. It
Yeah,
had
that
to
was
be.
great.
That was good.
That was
kind of-
great.
yeah.
I thought that was a really nice touch.
And I wanted it to end nicely for everybody.
Yeah.
And Mike, being the storyteller, and did a very good story for
Yeah,
everyone's
that was
lives.
great.
And the hope that the older kids will all meet up once a month at Robin's uncle's.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
The Joyce and Hopper having their wonderful end, and Hopper finally getting to happiness
Montauk.
in Montauk, and Montauk's beautiful, so go them.
No, that was lovely, yeah.
And then the younger kids now taking their place, in the basement doing
Yeah, that
D&D.
was nice.
That was great.
So that's some amazing touches for
Yeah,
sure.
I think them all putting back their little files at the end, their D&D files on the shelf, was quite powerful, because obviously they know that's the last time they're ever going to play it.
Yeah.
They all know that. Without saying it, they all
Yeah.
know that was one last game for old time's sake. And it was a great one. And Lucy's going to start crying again. But I thought that was really beautiful. And then I think it softened for us that his little sister and her friends, including Derek,
Yes,
all came
Derek.
down.
Yeah.
Derek was really good in this one. He was really funny at some bits.
Yeah.
And Dustin's mum and how proud she
Oh,
was.
I
of
know.
him
Oh, his
was
speech.
just- that
His
was a
speech was
great
amazing.
scene.
His speech was great, and the kind of like the pulling down of the the different groups with he said the jocks and the nerds, etc., and everyone getting on together. That was good. That was quite powerful.
That was great.
And I think that has kind of happened, because in the 80s there was a lot more.
Yeah.
People were in different groups and kind of stayed there.
It's Breakfast Club
Cliques,
tours.
very Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Whereas I think nowadays, as you were saying earlier in the podcast, albeit 4 weeks ago, that you just have friends and you don't really think of each other as sporty types or game players or whatever.
Your turn.
No, I can't even talk. I can't even talk. But I liked the big bad monster.
That was cool.
I thought he was very cool.
He was cool.
I loved how Nancy was proper channeling Sigourney and, as Emma pointed out, Rambo. And she was like, who's going to be the bait? Well, it's me, obviously. That was just so cool. I like how Will was able to really affect Vecna.
She's still crying.
I thought Joyce was a bit pointless in this one.
I
She
mean,
hardly
she
said a
did
word
top it
until she had her moment, and her moment was amazing. I don't know if I should say
You
on the
should say it.
podcast,
I'll
but
say it. She chopped his head off with an axe.
and the flashbacks
Brilliant.
though at that moment,
they did a lot of
the
good
flashbacks of when Joyce was doing that how like all the pain everyone had gone through, and just each slash was like cutting off that
Yeah.
pain,
Yeah, different
The end
people
of it.
that she'd lost because of Vecna,
Different
basically.
lives
wider really well,
impacted
not
and
just them.
affected by
Yeah.
him.
But then I did get all emotional with the end stuff. I mean, maybe this is wrong, but seeing Dusty do his speech was absolutely beautiful. Seeing
Yeah.
Steve with the kids doing his baseball stuff, and
What was her line? I want to get her line in. Can you remember it? Robin's
Yeah.
line. Is there a child you don't hang out with?
yeah, so like that, I can't remember, but I think it might be that. Anyway,
Yeah, you can really tell.
No, it was great, and I loved that Murray played his role.
Murray!
Murray saving the day with the helicopter. If you hadn't
Yeah.
done that,
Murray was amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I loved all the actiony stuff with the battle and the fact that everyone was playing their part.
like say them all fighting together,
Yeah.
as a collective,
And I think that was great throughout. So
because it needed all of them.
Yeah,
I think the first hour and a half before it got to the more sentimental stuff was just great great storytelling. As Mike would be proud of it.
yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I still punched the air. I still had a tear. Still very, very excited.
It rounded off really nicely at the end. And I liked the little flashbacks where you see them as kids.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That's when you realise how young they were and how long we've been watching this.
But that was 6 years before this happened, and then you realise how much they've grown.
The way you see them, and they are little children at the beginning. You see Mike and Elle when they first meet.
Well, they are like teeny. They were teeny children.
Anything else, Sammy, you want to add?
I guess I'll start off with the monster, because that's a big thing. Is it the Mind Flayer?
Yeah.
Is it something else?
No, it's the
think
Mind
it's the
Flayer.
Mind Flayer.
Why would
Is it
they
the Mind
bring
Flayer?
something else in?
No,
No, but that's a big...
I know, but it looks like the
Citadel.
Mind Flayer. It looked like a big spider. Even when it was smoke, it looked like a big spider. This is all consistent with everything we've seen.
Yeah, I know you want it to be that. Other
yeah. Henry
thing,
gave
but I
it
don't
its
think it is.
physical form, right?
Yeah.
As they said, they needed both to exist.
Yeah.
I was just when they were all battling it and it was falling about the place on fire. I just kept thinking the kids.
I know you
are
did.
inside.
And they kept shouting out, "The kids! The kids!"
And I basically said to her, they basically got like ginormous rubber seatbelts on.
Yeah, that's
Just like
true.
little stasis pods.
Oh, I thought Holly was amazing
Oh, yeah.
during that whole time when Max disappeared and Holly had to take the lead. She was just incredible.
And Derek got lost.
Derek was great. Best line goes to Erica with like...
Not Derek, suck my fat one.
No, well, that was great as well.
Stand by me reference.
She swore and then Suckham said,
Oh, yeah.
no swearing.
There's a situation that deserves cussing.
There we are.
Riddle me this, right? You've had Henry hasn't gone in that cave for the whole 2 years that Max was there, right? Mm-hmm. But he couldn't go in because it was too much for him to take, because it was such a traumatic, horrible memory for him. But he's then like, oh, actually, no, but I really like the fact that me and the Mind Flayer are brothers in arms, and this is, what I'm meant to be, and we're, united, skipping down the street together.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then why the sadness about going in? Why the trauma? Because that's what made him be what he is today. So that should have been a celebration for him. It should have been,
But he didn't want to face the truth of... It is a sad sort of change in his life, but he didn't want to face that, but he is changed. So he didn't regret it either. He didn't want to change it when given the chance. thanks for trying, Will, but no, this is who I am.
Yeah, and it would have been too late for Vecna. We wouldn't have suddenly loved him, but he could have had that last moment,
Yeah.
because those tears were a little bit crocodile.
No, but I don't need.
There's that laugh.
I don't need a baddie turn nice. I think a baddie's baddie, and he was a good baddie.
Well,
I think
Emma's rocking a really good Winona Ryder fringe right now. No, I like it like that.
that was a fantastic moment, though, when they're fighting and then all of a sudden the monster kind of falls over and the elves arrived.
Yeah, that
and
was
then
great.
seeing her tiny little speck of a figure in comparison to this gancho.
but also the monster's face kind of reminded me of the creatures in A Quiet Place, because it kind of opened up in a bunch of different sections.
Yeah,
And the Demogorgon was very similar to them as well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And can I just say the use of Prince, which obviously is Prince, one of my favourite artists ever, was just sent me right off the deep end in terms of emotion. So yeah, it was an incredible use of music.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not just one Prince song; it was two Prince songs. I mean, I was beside myself.
Well, thank you for listening. Probably our longest one yet. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed Stranger Things. See you back next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.